welcome back to Designing on Higher Logic. I'm your host, Phil Foss. Today, we're going to style a widget using CSS. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get right to it. Okay, what do we have here? Upcoming events. This was something posted on Hug recently. We wanted another upcoming events widget in addition to our original that just shows past events, but apparently there's no way to reorder the events. They just go in chronological order. Some widgets there is an option for changing the sort order, I believe, but I wanted to just show you how you could actually do it in CSS, but we need to localize our CSS, meaning we don't want these styles to apply to all the upcoming events widgets, only this particular one. So we're going to get into the admin settings and we're going to add a couple classes to this special widget. So let's go to the admin.
Happy accidents.
And I'm going to give it a class. Past events. Always give it a short, simple class that kind of describes why you're adding the class. And then I'm going to give it another class, BG3. I already have a BG1 and a BG2. This will be my third background color, BG3. Back to our page here. Let's open the debugger. And I'm in Firefox. All browsers have this tool. If you're using Chrome, may look a little different. I'm used to using Firefox. All right, let's start writing some CSS here. Let me find where I put that class. Here it is, BG3, past events. I'm going to write a style here just based on BG3, and I can preview all my CSS right here using the debugger. And I'm going to want to do this before I deploy any CSS to my theme. Let's just test it out in the debugger. So BG3, I'm just going to do background color. It's kind of light blue. That looks like crap. I'm just going to change it. Something that's very light. Almost white. Kind of desaturated. I guess that'll do. Okay. Now that I've got this CSS for BG3, if I hit refresh right now, the debugger does not save this. I need to put this into Stylus. It's the other tool I use for testing out my CSS. I'm going to write a new local style. What? Just for this page in particular. So BG1, and I'm going to put my other styles in this document also. Always test out all your CSS before you throw it into your theme. I'm going to take this document, put it in a separate window. Okay, here we go. And always make sure you're testing mobile. I see some sites that have like terrible regression issues that you'd only notice on mobile. Remember to check mobile. It's easy. Just shrink your screen. You don't have to pull it up on your phone. Just shrink your screen, please. Okay, we're looking good on mobile. Let's get into resorting our events. So, okay, we have a UL. It's an unordered list. And we already have the class past events. That's what we're going to use to reorder each of the event results. Going to flip them. And we can use Flexbox for this. If you have not played around with Flexbox yet, it's kind of confusing. Takes a while to get the hang of it. But we're going to do something pretty simple here. And here's the selectors we need to use here. So past events, we're going to hook on to HL event list. And all these other classes come from higher logic.
Happy accidents.
And we need to hook on to that UL. That's where we're going to be adding all our Flexbox CSS. And there is a content item which wraps everything. I usually add a lot of selectors just to make sure I'm not goofing up something else in the site. But because I'm using past events, I'm pretty sure it's only going to be affecting this particular widget, or anytime I have this widget using that same past events class. So, okay. Back to, we got content, then we're going to do the UL. And by the way, if you're on the Teachable page, I give you all the code so you don't have to write all this from scratch. I'll give you kind of a cheat sheet. So once we do display flex, it puts it into like a table. Like if you just think of an Excel spreadsheet, it kind of puts it into a table. We're going to do flex wrap. That returns it to just a straight column. I don't actually want anything stacked side by side. And then the last thing, now that we're using Flexbox, we can reverse the direction. So that's flex direction and row. There's row reverse. Row reverse? Column. It's probably column reverse. It gets tricky.
Happy accidents.
Thank you, Bob. That is a happy accident. Okay, column reverse. I only have one column, so I'm just reversing the column. That's how we can remember that. Okay. I think we're about done here. What am I doing? I'm doing the voiceover afterwards. I forget what I was doing. Not sure what row reverse is. When you only have one column, you don't need row reverse. Column reverse. There, done. So, got two widgets, same settings, different classes, and I've styled them completely differently, both the color and the ordering of the results. How about that? So I'm going to copy that, put that into my local user style, save that, and I'll give you all this code. Pretty simple, not a lot of CSS. Then I can deploy that to my theme once I'm ready. Now that I've localized my CSS. Check mobile, always remember.